Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Mrs. Bird. This is Mrs. Bird's music room. Well, not this. This is the music room in my house, but you get what I'm saying. And today I want to talk about the recorder curriculum that I use for some of my recorder instruction. And it is also a book that I had on this handy dandy shelf. Oh, greatness that we've been looking at over the summer. So it is the Recorder Express by Artie Almeida. If you do not know Artie, you need to get to know Artie. She has her own website, and you can go check out her bio there. I'll put a picture of her here. She's fantastic. If you have a chance to check out a session by Artie, do it because she's wonderful. So the way I teach recorder in my classroom is I kind of piece and put things together. 17 years of experience of teaching recorder. So I don't use any one set curriculum or one set path. But if I was brand new or if I was forced to pick a curriculum, I would definitely go with Recorder Express. There are other fantastic curriculums out there. There really are. Chris Judah Lauder has fantastic ones. Hers is Recorder Success. And it's fantastic. But what I really, really like about Artie's is how it's laid out, the way she does the pitch succession in her book. And then there is like an accompaniment CD that's available. You do have to buy it separately, but you can purchase the tracks on Alfred's website or West Music or Rhythm Band. I got mine at Rhythm Band. But it's just got a really neat accompaniment tracks to it. On the old books, mine is an old book, and it says that you can go to jointunes.com/express. Don't do that because it doesn't exist anymore. It's now a smart music purchase, so it's about $40 to get the smart music license. I think you can just buy the Recorder Express Interactive from the Alfred website for about $30, but if I'm going to spend that money, I might as well get a subscription to Smart Music, just saying. So I could use all the functionality of Smart Music, but anyway, it doesn't matter. So it's got really, really cool features to it, but I do want to show you a couple of my favorite things about it. So at the beginning, do we need some updated pictures? Maybe, but these are cute pictures of a front view and a side view, which is nice. All of, the parts of the recorder. Then she does give you some tips. So if you don't play recorder, you could teach yourself pretty quickly just on these first few pages. She does talk about the fundamentals of music a little bit, how to read music. So if you haven't done that with your kids, that's in here as well. And she does start with the notes B, A, and G, which is pretty standard recorder practice. I know a few people who start on low D and they work up the recorder, D, E, G, A, B. But B, A, G is pretty normal because we all got to rock out some hot cross buns. And so she'll take you through that part of B, A, and G. And then there's a bunch of music theory kind of interjected throughout. So that's really good for if you're still working on the theory part with your kids. There is like how to read repeats and how to read time signatures and how to, that kind of stuff is on there. There's things about steps and skips. So there is a lot of theory mixed in, which is really nice. And then when you get to kind of like the end of a unit, there's like a little theory quiz, if you will. But she stays on BAG for quite some time. And then there's folk tunes in here, Hobbled Squirrel, Lucy Lockett, although we shun Lucy now because, she's questionable. But there's like things that she's made up, the Wacky Waltz, the Frog, Good News is a folk tune. But there's pieces in here that they're going to hear in first grade band and beginner band. So it's kind of cool that there's some crossover there, especially if you're going to go into essential elements in middle school. Oh, sorry. It was my first week of school. I'm recording this on a Sunday, and we had gone back to school on Wednesday. So teacher tired is real. So after B, H, E, she goes to C, which I'm not mad about, because it keeps you in your left hand. So B, A, G, and then C. So it's cool. You could do that. I don't. I do B, A, G, E, D. So I can skip to the low E and the low D, because the way she's written the pieces, I think it's kind of like she knows that some people are going to skip around, because there's quite a few pieces that you can play without knowing the upper C and the upper D. So that's pretty cool. You can just skip over that and then go back to it if you want to. But throughout the entire book, there's vocabulary. There are these cool rhythm reading downs where you could just assign one note. Excuse me. On a G, we're going to play this. On an A, we're going to play this, or whatever. Another thing that I really, really enjoy is how she includes like a large section of folk songs. So these are going to be songs that your kids are familiar with. You've been singing them since kindergarten. And so that's going to help them automatically self-correct when they've played a wrong note, because they know how it's supposed to go. And if they make a mistake, it's easier for them to self-correct, which is really cool. So there's a whole section in the middle on folk tunes. Then she goes to F sharp. And then from there, F natural. And then from there, some holiday tunes, which is cool. There's a Holiday Express in there. So you could pull some holiday tracks if you want to. And then she ends the book on high E. My kids don't get this far, and that's okay. But it's there and it's available. You can play, rock your out to some Twinkle Twinkle in the upper register if you would like to. But I do really, really appreciate the Recorder Express book, the pathway that it takes, how easy it is to follow for any teacher, even if you're not a recorder player or confident. So her recorder succession in this book is B, A, G, high C, high D, low E, low D, F sharp, low C, F, and high E. So if you want to take that pathway, you can. But again, it's written to where you're not forced to do that. So if you're looking for a curriculum guide, Recorder Express would be one that I would start with. And just as a quick side, the recorder that I use in my classroom and that I use personally is this Allos 903E soprano recorder, available at Rhythm Band. It has a gorgeous sound. I used to play on like a $30 Yamaha recorder, and I go to pick up this $4 recorder all the time. And as a flute player, I'm a little bit of a recorder snob. So if you're looking for like what kind of recorder, this is one that I would recommend for sure. It sounds gorgeous. That was me, not the recorder. Just has a really warm sound, and it can handle that beginner air because of its aperture size. So I just really, really enjoy this recorder. So that was just a little tidbit. I mean, technically the recorder lives on my shelf, so I stayed with the theme. So Recorder Express, Artie Almeida, you can find it at Rhythm Band. You can find it at Alfred Publications. And I hope it helps. Until next time, I'm Mrs. Bird, and I'll see you then.